Alright, so we all know who Osamason is, right? The one and only underground phenom that's been going crazy recently. Well, apparently he's been scamming his fans, okay? And there has been posts about this for quite a while, from like a week ago. So apparently the merch shipped about 10 days ago and it didn't look like what they had put on the website at all. The hoodies have no wash, no drawstrings, and no hood print, which is what was promised on the website. And just judging from the pictures, it's pretty clear that, okay, this guy messed up, all right? And my friend Sad Part made a video on it and then got into beef with the designer that made the merch. So I'm gonna play the video for you and you can decide whether or not you think that Osamason scammed his fans. I'm gonna give my take. I'm gonna show what the designer said and we'll see. So here's the video.
The internet does not like Osamason right now. So Osamason just got exposed for making like the worst merch known to man, and his team's response to it low-key made the situation so much worse. So to start out with, Osamason and his team basically delivered merch that was not what was advertised on the website. So as you can see, this is what people were expecting to receive: a nice wash hoodie, fitted, has the drawstrings, has the footprint. And this is what they received, basically just a screen printed low quality image on a Gildan blank. And the fact that these cost like $80 to $100, that is insane for a hoodie of this quality. And not only that, but Stunmick, who was like his merch designer's response to this, was like very embarrassing. He said, "Y'all do know we don't physically make the merch. It's through a label and manufacturers. Completely the manu fault. Stop being slow." And for some reason, he's typing this in all capital letters. I don't know. He also tweeted and quickly deleted this: "Not our fault, not our fault, not our fault." With the capital letters again, bro. Like, Osama-san also responded to this himself. He said something along the lines of, "I'm just 20. I'm just low. Oh, but yeah, like your fans are just 15 and they spent $90 on this bullshit hoodie, bro." What are your thoughts on this? Let me know.
Well, Sad, thank you for that video. Here are my thoughts. First of all, it's a pretty horrible lack of accountability, and I'll talk about it later when I go into the messages between them. But basically, they just completely dropped the ball on like whose fault it was. Osamason said, "I'm only 20. I'm just low." Oh, that's gotta be one of the worst apologies I've ever. Okay, come on, bro. Really? What does that even mean, bro? Like, dog. Okay. I would say the designer's Stunmix response was not great either, and I guess that's why Sad tried to troll him by posting some like thirst traps he posted where he kind of looked like a twink. I'm not gonna lie. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We support twinks here, but he definitely felt some type of way about it because after Sad called him out, he had a lot of words to say. So at first, he posted a picture of Sad Part's face. You can see he gets the middle part of his eyebrows done a little bit. He's got a little long hair, he's got a little stash. He then said, "I don't know where y'all got the information that Stunmick has all charge of Osamason's merch production, but I don't and never said I did. I designed the merch and that's it. Leave me out of y'all hate fantasies." First of all, no one was fantasizing about hating on him, okay? Let's get out of the way. The next thing, you gotta be somewhat accountable because, okay, let's say I design a product and the company, okay, this is what happened, right? Stunmick designed the merch for Osamason. It had all these cool little designs that he put into it that were intricate. And obviously to get those produced, it's gonna take a little more money than if you had just screen printed like a simple like JPEG onto a hoodie, right? So Osamason's team or Osamason just drop shipped the hoodie, and I guess they wanted to make the most money possible, so they used like a really cheap like Gildan hoodie, and then they just drop shipped it to all the fans that bought it online, and none of the extra features were on there, which is what Thad talked about stuff. However, I do believe that if you went to an Osamason show and you bought the merch from there, they did have the features. If I'm not, I might be mistaken though. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. All right. And as the designer, you do have to take some accountability. Like, how can you say this is not our fault? Like, were you not administering? Like, did you not have no part in it? Did you not design it? Did you not? You know what I mean? Like, rather than like, okay, so here's the thing that's weird about the whole. This is where I like don't mess with what he said. Basically, rather than actually taking, you don't need to say like, we get that you designed it and you weren't in charge of producing it, but you just totally dodged any sort of like. He didn't actually speak on what happened. He just said, "Hey, I was involved in it. I just designed the stuff. That's it. That's me. I'm not his." End of the day, bro, you're creative directing for all this dude stuff, all his tour. I'm pretty sure all his like tour post, like all of his stuff. Sorry, I keep saying all this stuff. Like, you're doing creative direction for his tour, you're directing music videos, you're doing his merch. Okay, bro, people are definitely gonna be like, "Hey man, like what went on here?" Anyways, he then said, finding old videos of me when I was 16 is now breaking news. Like, this don't faze me, bro. It was 4 to 3 years ago, and I made money. So what this got to do with news? Okay, first of all, it obviously phases you if you make a story about it not phasing you. All right, that's kind of clear. And he said, I made money. All right, whenever someone says I really get money, they probably just make like a decent amount of money, and they think like, okay, you're not rich, bro. Chill out. He said, I was about my bag and I knew I looked good. Okay, I'm 19 now, I'm doing fine. So what's your excuse for looking so ugly and old at 21? Okay, so for some reason he like took this thing so personally. I'm not gonna lie, it was just weird. It's just a bad look for Osamason and his team, because you know, you're supposed to be like this cool SoundCloud rapper, and this dude is like, sad part, has like 3,000 followers on Instagram. Like, that's my boy, but like, you didn't need to do all that, you know. You also didn't need to say I'm just a little, oh, I'm only 21. Like, okay, that's crazy. But anyways, Sad decided to shoot back. He said first he shared the DMs, because I guess Sad went out and aired them out. So he said, fix the facts on your video. What's incorrect? I'm not in charge of any of the manufacturing nor production, nor had any information on the product being shipped out, so I don't know where y'all got that information besides Reddit angry fans. Don't know why an old irrelevant video of me needed to be involved. Extra as F. I'm the designer and that's it. Pretty sure I never said he was in charge, so basically there's no facts wrong, and he didn't lie. He then said people just be designing BS, and he asked, am I ugly, be honest? And he posted like a random pic of himself just to poke fun, and he showed the video that he deleted, and finally said, why don't you address the scamming instead of getting mad at me for reporting it, which is, you know, the whole reason why I'm making a video on it. All right, so I'm interrupting this video. Basically, there have been some recent developments. Sad part made his own response, and honestly I would go in and put a little commentary around it, but I'm feeling kind of lazy, so I'm just gonna let it speak for itself.
I didn't even want to address this, but it's literally everywhere. Reddit, Twitter, Instagram. So yeah, me and Stomach had like a little beef yesterday. It started when I made a video like exposing the Osamason merch scam situation. The video ended up getting pretty big on TikTok, and in my opinion it was very impartial. I was just reporting the facts that I'd seen on Reddit and stuff like that. I did a little bit of trolling by putting this video of Stunmick in there, but bro, he literally called the people who bought the merch slow for not being happy with the quality of it. So I guess he saw that, then hopped in my DMs. He DM'd me saying, fix your facts on your video. I asked him what's incorrect, and he basically said, I'm not in charge of manufacturing or production, which I never said, and said, don't know why an old irrelevant video of me needed to be involved, which is not a fact. So basically I have no facts wrong. The video was 100% accurate. Then he said, so then why am I including the video? I said, because you're the merch designer, like I said in the video, and you tweeted out responses to the situation. Then he says, if I thinks it's funny, he will find me in Miami. Oh no, he's gonna find me. Then he posted this picture on his spam story. I sent it to him. He was like, it don't feel good, huh? Feeling weird having someone plaster your face on a screen for no reason. He said, I'm not news and you're like 30. I said, no bro, I'm 21. I'm not 30. He said, say that. See you, Miami. I think he's flirting, and pictures like this would back up my claim. Then he started ranting on his Instagram story. I don't know where y'all got the information. Stunmick has all charge of Osamason's merch production. I never said even anything close to that. In the video, I said merch designer. Stunmick, who is like his merch designer's response to this, like, this don't faze me, bro. She was 4 to 3 years ago. I think it's pronounced 3 to 4. And I made money, so what this got to do with news? It has nothing to do with news, bro. I was trolling you. That's literally what my page is. I was about my bag and knew I looked good. I'm 19 now. I'm doing fine. So what your excuse for looking so ugly and old at 21? So he realized he couldn't call me an old man anymore. Do I look old and ugly, guys? I feel like I look good. Should I be scared to leave my house? Let me know in the comments.
Oh God, please.
Anyways, oh, I talked about this, and here's what you guys said. Not gonna lie, they look so cheap. Throw a little, the images are shown for illustration purposes only and may not be an exact representation of the product on the site, and call it a day. Never buy from underground rappers. I might crash out over this, not gonna lie. Denma made the boss call. If you get what that means and why they're saying, I'm not even gonna go into it. Sent him some Temu drip. I also asked it on another community post saying, anybody get Osamasan's merch? Osamason co-signs Among Us while wearing the only merch hoodie that looks like what it's supposed to. Is this bad timing from Osamason? Someone said, literal butt cheeks, I'd rather wear a Minecraft hoodie. By the way, if you hear that, that's my roommate, so yeah. Someone who bought it said, don't buy the Flex Fantasies one only. Holy shit, the material is so trash. It feels like I'm wearing something a grandma has sewn together. Honestly, a grandma would like, oh no, he was at the pop-up. Apparently, Apparently even the ones at the merch shop at the shows were bad too. Dang. Okay. By the way, I will say, like, the hoodie, the whole concept for it, or one of the main ones, was just like high-tech Seth wiping his nose. I'm pretty sure that he's just like a white kid from New York. So like, low-key, if you buy a hoodie of like some random white kid wiping his nose, like that's all the hoodie is about, it's low-key, not gonna lie, you kind of deserve to be scammed. But anyways, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this. To me, this is just a horrible move for Osamason and his team. You know, the number one thing about any product is always the quality. You know, word of mouth is super important for anything. And, you know, none of these people that bought the merch are ever buying anything from him again. It doesn't matter what he puts out, because it's just such a horrible experience. Like, by the way, these hoodies were $80. Like, they weren't cheap. They were pretty expensive. So, you know, also the way they handled it, like, I'm only 20, I'm Lil O. Seriously, bro? But like, just spazzing out on some dude reporting it. At the end of the day, like, you scammed a bunch of people and you got to take accountability for it. Obviously they don't care, they're underground rappers, right? At the end of the day, but you know, it is like funny. So yeah, the thing, I wouldn't you know, ever expect something to be great quality. I don't know if you know this, but like Wyland has vinyls that like just never shipped out, or you know, all these people, you know, they all kind of scam and whatnot. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. So overall, not a great look for Osamason. Definitely, you know, as the kids like to say, L Osamason. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. See you next time, and have a nice day. Bye.